Coming up on the Epoch News, President Trump in a statement says he thinks Robert Mueller's hearing to testify on the findings of the Russia probe is a diversion and that the worst political scandal is on the other side. Thanks for tuning in to the Epoch News, folks. I'm Angela Anderson. Today's story is written by Janita Kan. Trump made the remarks to reporters at the White House before boarding Air Force One to travel to Osaka, Japan for the G20 summit. The president's response when he is asked about the news that former special counsel had agreed to testify before the House Judiciary and Intelligence Committees on July 17.
And my only response to Mueller is, does it ever stop? After all of these years and times and people, does it ever stop? And the Democrats use it to try and divert from what they have, because what they've done, if you look and you see, and it's just my opinion, tremendous criminal activity on their side. And they know it, and this is a diversion. But I ask you this, does it ever stop?
He again accused the Democrats of pursuing a do-over and weaponizing the findings of the Mueller investigation into alleged collusion between Russia and the Trump campaign to interfere with the 2016 presidential election.
This is just a hoax. I call it the witch hunt, but it's really a hoax. It's the greatest hoax ever in the history of our country, and it's the worst political scandal on the other side.
Mueller's in-depth report released in late April, in which the special counsel concludes there was no collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia to influence the 2016 presidential election. The special counsel also left Americans confused by staying silent on whether he would charge Trump with an obstruction of justice and saying he had not exonerated Trump or proven him innocent in the report.
There was no collusion, there was no obstruction, there was no nothing. How many times do we have to hear it? It never ends. It just keeps going on and on. I've been going through this for 2.5 years, and the criminal activity was on the other side with the fake dossier, the phony fraudulent dossier, and all of the other things they've done, the Pfizer courts, all of that, with the insurance policy by Strzok and his lover, Page. This is a disgraceful thing.
The infamous Steele dossier, which fueled 2 years of wild speculation in the media about alleged ties between Trump, his associates and Russia, was compiled by former foreign spy Christopher Steele, who was hired by Fusion GPS. The dossier's still unverified claims served as the foundation of the Trump-Russia narrative, generated by legacy media outlets, anti-Trump politicians and Obama administration officials. But none of the 103 key allegations contained in the Steele dossier were verified by Special Counsel Robert Mueller's 22-month investigation. The Justice Department is currently investigating the origins of the 2016 counterintelligence probe into the Trump campaign, as well as the FBI's use of Pfizer warrants to spy on Trump campaign associate Carter Page. Following the release of the Mueller report, Democratic lawmakers ramped up their investigations and subpoenas for multiple witnesses in hopes of gathering information that could be used to prepare for an impeachment proceeding. On June 25, Representatives Jerrold Nadler and Adam Schiff compelled Mueller through a subpoena to appear before Congress to testify on the findings of his report on the investigation into the alleged collusion between Russia and the Trump campaign to interfere with the 2016 presidential elections. The two Democratic committee leaders wrote in their letter, "The American public deserves to hear directly from you about your investigation and conclusions. We will work with you to address legitimate concerns about preserving the integrity of your work, but we expect that you will appear before our committees as scheduled." The House lawmakers issued the subpoena even though Mueller said in a rare press conference on May 29 that he didn't want to speak openly about the report. There has been discussion about an appearance before Congress. Any testimony from this office would not go beyond our report. It contains our findings and analysis and the reasons for the decisions we made. We choose those words carefully and the work speaks for itself. And that's all for today's news on the Epoch Times, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Please make sure to leave your comments below. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you do so now. And don't forget to click the notifications bell button. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.